Good morning, all you beautiful people. I encourage you to listen to the song. And while you're listening, I get my quick stretching routine. Enjoy.
Got to take care. You got to take care.
Take care, my brother.
Take the time to simply breathe.
Breathe.
Take the time to live. A wise man once said, let it grow, let it live, let it happen. Nothing in this world was promised or belonged to you anyway. Sounding early in the morning before the sun starts rising. Alarm clock is sounding early in the morning before the sun starts rising. Alarm clock is sounding early in the morning before the sun starts rising for you. A new day is starting. Jump out of bed quick, shower, brush your teeth quick, swallow your breakfast quick, jump in your car quick. You don't wanna be late. You say work and wait. You don't wanna be late. A servant of the state. I'd rather say a slave of the state. You're a servant of the state. I'd rather say a slave of the state. Got to keep it going at any rate. Got to keep it going at any rate. Got to keep it going. Got to keep it going at any rate. Take your time to live, brother. You only live once. You only live once. Take your time to live, brother. You only live once. You only live once. You only have one life, brother, and you never take time to wonder why you got to lose your health, winning a wealth that won't follow you in your day for. Tell me why, tell me why, yo, tell me why, yo, tell me why, yo, tell me why, brother, tell me why, yo, tell me why. Tell me why you never take time. Never take time to feel your breath. Never take time to
God morning. Hope you all had a good night. So, what is happening today? Well, actually, you decide. Do you wanna feel it? You don't wanna feel it. Take your time to breathe. Right? This is why I was doing the Bioenergetic stew in the morning. And now listen to my voice. I can breathe deep, right? You should be able to just breathe. Once you breathe, you get in all that good prana, that chi. I don't care how you call it. It's just the thing that you have to be able to breathe into your balls in order to create something. So, cheers, y'all. Yeah, man. That's good. Actually, I just figured out yesterday that while I was drinking that shake in the morning, which I told you had a lot of cacao, raw cacao, oats, and it's good stuff. Why? Because it's full of tryptophan. Now, tryptophan is a precursor of serotonin, which is needed in order to feel good, feel God. Now, you would like to feel God, you would like to experience the ultimate, you would like to be happy and flow throughout your day. Well, first you should clean yourself. Now, when you have cleaned yourself, now you can put back into yourself substances which help you to create whatever you would like to see. But if you're not clean, you're not able to feel it. Well, at least you don't feel the whole effect of it. So, you should be able to fast before you feast. And then you break your fast. Hopefully not at breakfast. Because you should eat in the evening. But, yeah, sometimes new things have to be considered in order to move on. And the thing is that you should be able to create your own flow, your moving of the mind, your movement. So, let's see what we have to consider today. But we don't have to. You can. Now, today I would like to talk about the natural movement of human beings, including kids. Now, if you study kids' movement patterns, you figure out pretty soon that they just move with intuition. Like I told you, intuition is coming from the word being in tune with something. Now, these kids are like every human being since they were coming out of the womb of the mother, of Mother Nature. They were able to be in tune with themselves. Now, some people are more, some people are less, but they don't think about the movement that they create, which is a God thing because, well, if you are able to correct your spine, and your spine should be naturally straight, but we put it in positions where we fuck it up. This is why I correct myself, I correct my positions, I be my own healer, my own chiropractic, my own doctor, because I just use simple intuition and I see things that are there. I mean, if you sit in front of the desk and you're collapsing forward, what can you do in order to correct that position? Well, look at the Bioenergetic tool. What is it doing? You just place something there where you fall over, alright? And then you go just in the other direction. Now, this is very logical and very, very just intuitive. If you want to correct something which should be able to be in a straight line again, you just push into the other direction. Now you have a straight line. Yeah, so if you are able to correct your spine by yourself in a straight line, now you are able to go into any direction. I don't care where. Back, front. And you should be able to be strong in every single position of your spine. It's not like you need this perfect technique for lifting something. Well, we can talk about lifting 300 pounds, but why would you do that? I mean, sure, if you want to build your own house, this is a God thing. If you live out in the woods, you chop your own trees. Well, but then you should be able to have dynamic movements like swinging the axe or something. And so, well, it's really not necessary to put on that much weight in order to be what? Impress what? You just put pressure on yourself, on your nervous system. You, like, see, the thing with yoga is coming from the word yoke, which means the whole. So you should be able to always move the whole body, the whole mind, the whole spirit, everything. And not only in a single movement patterns, even just when you sit or breathe, that's yoga too. So the difference to sports is called the S-ports for the snake, which is the Kundalini, which is your spine. Now, you empty out yourself with most sports, and this is actually not what it's for. Well, sometimes it's good that you die and be reborn again, but in order to have the whole experience, of course you can die sometimes, but wouldn't it be just nicer to flow and be like in a constant state of where things merge into each other. Now you go somewhere and new things happen. Like this is actually what fighting would be. I mean, you don't care if you get hit or you don't get hit or you hit somebody else. That's not the point. It's about how have you done it and the approach of your mind to it. Now you're just in a constant interacting with somebody, like in a dance. Alright, you always try to reposition yourself, and you always try to learn from each other. It's like, yes, it's really like a dance. You and suddenly you see the beauty in every movement, right? You just open, you see things. Well, but first of all, of course, you have to be able to go into the standard position, which would be like the most beneficial for you, because if you know, this is like how to correct your own spine. I mean, you have to be able to go into the right position. If you are able to go into the right position, into the optimal position, from there on you can go in any direction. But if you have no idea how to correct your spine, how to correct yourself, how to be in the perfect stand, how to be stable, well, there is no reason to go into another position, because you don't have the basics. Then, if you don't know what the elements are, if you have no clue what the elements are, if you are arguing about the pure elements, you haven't gone to elementary school. So you are not allowed to go even to secondary school or to university. And see, this is again the point, like I told you. What are pure elements? Pure elements are pure water. 100% pure water. Pure oxygen, which pro NFL football players are breathing, and when they were exhausting themselves. Which there are therapies where people just go into a room with pure oxygen, and the whole body gets pressurized with pure oxygen, and you by that you destroy every single mucus or blockage inside of your tubes, this is what a disease is. It's nothing else than just blockage of tubes. Now you can release that through a lot of things, through maybe just fasting, distilled waters, urine, Paida, massage, or maybe just combine all of these things and deep breathing, right? And if you combine all of these things, well, you speed up the process. This is actually what fasting is. Fasting is also about not losing weight. This is a byproduct. It's about building yourself anew again. Now, in order to fast, you will lose weight because you hold on to something. Dense material is the carne, which is causing your problems because you hold with your mind, which is everything. You create everything through mind. You hold with your mind onto certain things, and the problem is that people get bound to routines. People are not able to break routines again and to do something completely new. Like, I mean, not actually over time. This is also like maybe seasons where you have different seasons, so you do different things. But like from like this, from here to now. So like I told you, maybe leave out breakfast tomorrow, or start a fast tomorrow. Just 24 hours, and just eat in the evening, or leave out the coffee and see what happens, right? Of course you will have then signs of detoxification, but and you think that's not actually what making you ill. What is making you ill? What is making you ill, though, is your approach with your mind, and this is causing the blockage in your tube. Of course, this dense material that you ingest, right? This is the problem. But why do you ingest something? Because you think you need that in order to create something. But this is not true. You use imagination. You use an image in your head which you put in front of you. Now you see that. Your thoughts created that image. Now this image gets translated into this realm by a language. Now you put that in front of you. This is why you have to be very aware and wise what you say, what your spells are. Now you see that in front of you because you've said it, and then you pull it into reality. Because since you were saying something, you created with your body and with your hands, with the creators. Yeah. All right. So it's a very natural process to be enlightened, or to raise the Kundalini, to just work with your spine. So then all eyes will open over time, or maybe just like this. This is different from people to people. But this process is very natural. Why? Because it is already encoded in the human body. Encoded and encoded. It's inside. Now, like your DNA. When you constantly interact with a realm which is literally fucking your spine up in every single way, then you have a problem, because you are, I think, let me get, maybe this device will shut down in some minutes, well, then we will charge it. Because you interact with this realm, and you have the problem of sitting. You don't squat anymore. Well, you don't lay on dense surfaces, you don't relax your nervous system, your lymphatic system naturally. So a lot of problems occur. And yeah, it's actually suppressing your awakening in every single way. So just try to change one thing at a time, but just also question things. I mean, if you look into nature, if you look how animals move, if you just put off your shoes and see how you move. Pay a bit more attention on how you move if you have no lifted heel. Pay attention if you really just feel the ground and what is happening with your spine, your whole body, the position of it. Yeah, and then again, the concept of fasting and feasting. Everybody's feasting in these times, but nobody's fasting anymore, and this is not balanced. The problem is that if you're over feasted, you create all of these blockages inside of you, and blockages of your mind actually. Yeah, and then of course another big problem is the deep breathing. No, who's breathing deep anymore? Who is breathing deep? I mean, yeah, there's like people coming up again, take cold showers. This is God stuff. It's very good, and also yeah, stay hydrated. Right? Just put in more liquids. This is very essential, and then move